Hi, I'm Becky Davis, the Support Services Specialist at Children's Service Society. Today's a special day for CSS, and as the unofficial historian of the agency, I wanted to share my thoughts about it. 137 years ago today was an ordinary Monday, the 13th of October in 1884. On this day, 137 years ago, a lifetime and a half, a group of women held an ordinary meeting and made simple plans to start a day nursery. Surely they couldn't possibly imagine that the little nursery they began in that moment, occupying just a couple of rooms in a house on the corner of 6th East and 3rd South, would thrive, would expand, would live on to become the oldest non-denominational nonprofit in Utah. But here we are 137 years later celebrating the creation of the Children's Service Society of Utah today. I think we've all had the experience of looking back on something, maybe how much a child has grown, maybe how long you've lived in your house, and marveling at how quickly time has passed. I've had that same experience over and over as I look back on my own time at CSS. I started working at Children's Service Society in 1998 when I was only 20 years old and had very little work experience. Even though we didn't have the internet in the office yet, and I was still taking messages with a pen and paper because we didn't even have voicemail yet. Can you imagine? It felt very glamorous to me to be working downtown and answering phones and setting appointments and such. I soon began assisting with the legal documents for the adoptions we facilitated. And as I typed up the adoption paperwork on a typewriter, I'm not even kidding about that, I was so proud to be able to say that I had a job that helped people. So proud, in fact, that I stayed and stayed, sustained by a sense of accomplishment and a love of the humanity of it all. A couple of years there turned into 5 and then into 10, and here I am still over 2 decades later. Every so often I take a call from an adopted person who's now of age and looking for information from their adoption file, and I marvel again at how quickly time has passed because I remember preparing the paperwork for that very adoption. And I'm again filled with pride at this work. As I reflect on the women who founded our agency, the wealthy humanitarians who wanted to give back, the suffragettes who fought for the disenfranchised, and the mothers who cared desperately for all children, I feel a kinship with them. They must have had the same feeling of accomplishment in helping people as I've felt. As the years passed and their little day nursery blossomed into an orphanage and then a child welfare organization, I imagine them looking back at it all and marveling at their creation and all it has done for children and families, the way I do at all that I've seen and done at CSS. And surely they must have felt proud, just like I do. Although very few people today have ever heard their names, to me our founders are heroes. They're a reminder that when you make it your business to care for other people, ordinary happenings on ordinary days can create extraordinary outcomes. Happy 137th birthday, Children's Service Society, an extraordinary agency filled with everyday heroes.